Hi Priyanka. Good
Hi,
afternoon.
Shanti. Good
How are
afternoon.
you today? Had your lunch?
Yeah, just now. Thank you for asking.
So how are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Can you briefly explain your profile?
Yeah. Hi, Shanti. I'm Priyanka Pasula. You can call me Priyanka. I'm a certified Salesforce Administrator with 5 years of experience in Salesforce administration. During my experience, I have gained deep understanding on Salesforce platform with a proven track record of maintaining and managing complex Salesforce implementations. I'm skilled in setting up and maintaining user accounts, implementing security measures, and ensuring data integrity. I'm also experienced in data migration, user adoption, and troubleshooting the issues. Apart from my admin duties, I'm also an experienced Salesforce quality analyst. I'm involved in Salesforce platform testing, ensuring its quality. With my strong attention to detail and passion for technology, I'm confident that I can bring value to your organization seeking your Salesforce operations. That's pretty much about me. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So you work as an admin, right? So
Yes.
can you tell me, so how would you automate the process of notifying a manager whenever a opportunity value exceeds dollar, I mean exceeds any certain amount? I mean, what, how will you follow this process, automate the
Oh,
process?
yeah.
Yeah.
So for this kind of automation, I'll use record trigger flows.
Mm-hmm.
First, I'll create email alert by giving the classic email template and the manager details.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I'll come to create a record triggered flow. Then I will schedule the record trigger flow at which instance the manager will be notified when a record is updated or created or deleted. That's how I manage the automation for opportunities to notify the manager.
To notify the manager.
Yeah.
Okay. So how would you ensure that only certain users have access to sensitive data in Salesforce as a admin?
Every user have a defined profile
Mm-hmm.
uh, to give the access org level access. So I'll give the profile permissions according to their profile. I also modify the permissions according to the roles. I'll define role for the user according to the business needs, and I'll add the user to that role, and I'll ensure that the user with that role only having access to the sensitive data based on business needs.
Okay. How will you ensure the security?
By
Which
giving the access according to the roles and profiles of the user.
which field you use for the security option?
You're asking about the email?
No, no. See. Use field security settings to hide sensitive fields from certain profiles or users. Like that, it will be right.
Yeah,
So,
it will be like that. But as per your question, I have given general security permission process.
okay. So, if you are doing, I mean, you told like you have experience on QA scenario also, right?
Yes,
QA also. So you are testing a registration form from for a website. What test cases would you create to ensure through testing of the form?
I'll create the test cases based on the details of registration form. For example, if the name is given incorrectly, then what's going to happen? And if the name is given correctly, then what is going to happen? If the form is, if the mandatory fields are not filled, then what is going to happen? So like that, I'll create the test cases based on the fields of the forms.
So, how would you approach regression testing when a new feature is added to the existing Salesforce application?
Uh, Actually, I have performed only UAT testing as of now
Mm-hmm.
using the tester sandbox environment. I have
Mm-hmm.
collaborated with the testing team in performing the regression testing. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell me your day-to-day activities in your current project?
Okay, currently I'm working in a credit management project, credit card management project. So my day-to-day activities in my current project involves communicating with the stakeholders to gather the requirements, attending the stand-up calls, planning sessions, and sprint review calls along with the developers and the testers. Um, creating and setting up the new user accounts and maintaining them, providing the security measures based on the profiles and roles of the users, creating the custom applications, custom fields, custom objects, and object relationships required for the business processes. I'm also involved in data integrations and data management using data loader and data import wizard. I perform data integrations using MuleSoft Anypoint software. I'm also involved in creating the automations by using validations, workflows, and process builder. I'm also involved in training the new and existing users based on the new features of the Salesforce. I'm also involved in supporting the users and troubleshooting the issues throughout the production environment.
Okay, that's good. So, can you tell me what is validation role in Salesforce? Can you provide me an example?
Okay. So the role of validation is we will provide a set of criteria, and while user entering the information in that record, that information should meet the criteria mentioned in the validation rule to save the record. For example, if the user is entering email ID in the lead record, but the email ID already exists in the system in the another record. So I'll set up a validation rule to trigger an error saying this is a duplicate record. So if he enters the same email ID, then an error message will be triggered saying this user is already in the lead system. That's how I set up the validation rule, so that the data completeness will be maintained and data quality will be maintained. It allows user to avoid entering the duplicate records.
Then, how will you new custom object in Salesforce create it?
Okay. So on right hand top corner of the Salesforce homepage, there is an option called setup. I'll click on the setup and I'll be directed to the setup homepage. There I will click on object manager, where I can find a button called create. By clicking on create, I can create a custom object. On the custom object page, when it opens after clicking on create, I'll enter the all information like name, deployment status, and everything regarding the object, and I'll give the visibility permissions while creating the custom objects. I'll click on active and I'll save the custom object. That's how
What
I
is the
create a
use
custom
of
object.
creation of this new custom object?
So standard objects have a set of features which are already given by Salesforce, and we cannot modify the features in the standard objects. So if we want anything related to business needs, if our client needs anything which is related to the business needs, for example, if client needs loan information, there is no object like standard object like loan information. So he'll be given certain requirement to create the loan information object. So based on that, I'll create the custom object. Uh, it gives the permission to enter the information which is not there in the standard objects.
Okay. So, how can you automate business processes using workflow rules in Salesforce?
Okay. So using workflow rules, there are three kind of workflow rules. That is screen flows, uh, schedule trigger flow, and record trigger flow. By using those three flows, I'll customize the automations in Salesforce.
What are governor limits in Salesforce and why are they important?
I'm sorry, I have no idea on governor limits in Salesforce. I have never gone through those.
How can you do export and importing data? Data in Salesforce.
So in Salesforce, there is a built-in application called import wizard. So and we can also use a data loader, which we have to install into our system, which is not a built-in application. It is a third-party application. So by using these two, I'll import and export the data.
Which version of Salesforce you are using currently now?
I'm using unlimited org.
So, Salesforce Lightning. You have idea about Salesforce
Yeah,
Lightning?
currently the developers are creating everything in Salesforce Lightning.
So, how is it differ from Salesforce Classic?
Salesforce Classic, it have a different everything is same except few features. This is very advanced than the classic, and everything will be easily accessible using lightning.
Do you work on reports also?
Yes, I worked on reports also.
Tell me, how can you create a report and a dashboard in Salesforce?
Okay. So before creating a report, we need to identify the objects that needs to be added in the report type. So first we need to go to the object manager and click on the object that which requires the report type. So I'll click on the object type and make the reports active in the object manager. Then I'll come back to the reports. Then I will click on new, which allows me to create a new report. Then I will select the report type. Uh, Report type and object which needs to be added to that report. Then I will select the type of report. So after selecting all these things, after entering to the new report page, I will add the fields which are required to be added in the report type. And I will select the type of report like tabular report, summary report, matrix report, and joint report based on the criteria. Then I'll create a report based on the criteria and I will save it.
So, do you integrate any dashboard, reporting tool with Salesforce, or internally you'll pull the data?
Mostly I'll pull internally, but we use Power BI to create the reports and dashboards because it is most advanced than the one which is there in the Salesforce. So we will integrate between Power BI and reports and dashboards of Salesforce for to pull the data from Salesforce and share with the users which are required to see the data.
How can you integrate Salesforce with external system? Can you tell me?
Yes, by using MuleSoft Anypoint software, which is a new feature in the Salesforce. We are using that feature to integrate the external systems and external applications with the Salesforce platform.
Okay. So, what are the best practices for maintaining data quality in Salesforce you follow?
To maintain the data quality, I'll create a validation rule to ensure the required data is only entered into the Salesforce. Then I'll also use the security permissions that only authorized users can see the data. Then I'll provide field level security according to the profiles and roles of the users to ensure only the authorized users are able to access those fields to enter the data. Then I'll also use flows to automate the process. I'll also use data loader to ensure there are no duplicates while importing the data. And I'll do regular audits to ensure the data quality. That's how I'll work on data quality.
Okay. So, I'm done with the interview, Priyanka. So, ours is a startup company. So, why do you want to join in startup company?
I'll have exposure to I'll have vast exposure if I work in a startup company. I'm able to learn uh, so many things, so many new things, and the management and employee relationship will be good in the startup company. There is very less space between the management and employee. That's the reason I want to work in the startup company.
Uh-huh. So, this is a 3 months contract. So, are you okay with 3 months contract job?
Yes, I'm okay with anything, Shanti.
Uh-huh. Okay. So, can you tell me two strengths and two weaknesses of you?
I'm a quick learner. That's why I'm in a senior position right now. During my experience, I have learned every new features very quickly, and I'm easily adapted to any kind of environment. Those are my two strengths. And earlier, I was having difficulty with delegating work to my subordinates. Uh, I worked on it. Now I am able to delegate the work based on the priority and the role of the subordinate.
So, what's your current company?
Currently, I'm working for RBC.
RBC. Where is it located?
It is located in 88 Queen Street, Waterfront.
Okay. So, how soon you can join, Priyanka?
Actually, my contract is going to end in 2 weeks. So
Mm-hmm.
after that, I can join.
Okay. Do you have any offers in hand?
Currently, I don't have any offers in hand, but I have couple of interviews scheduled.
Okay. Do you have any questions before closing this call?
So what are the three priorities or expectations that you are expecting from me in this role?
Skill set,
Okay.
best performer.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, and we'll let you know once this interview is done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Shanti.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
it from my end.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time, Shanti. Nice.
Thank
It was
you.
nice meeting you.
Me too. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.